I'm so happy for Saturday, I can't tell you. I always have a book in my bag. You just never know when it's going to come in handy. I think it's one of those etiquette for women. A lady should always have a book in her bag. I do. You never know when you're going to get caught out. Anyway, so what was I thinking about in the shower today? I've come up with a really good idea for Living Fruit's supper club. I want to do live music. So it would be dining and music, or just music. And I know two great musicians. One who pretty much volunteered himself. And how cool would it be to have that Portuguese girl who was on the South Bank, she's in one of my videos, performing in my garden. I got really excited about that, and you know, to start kind of building it up and giving it some structure and also to bring some fun to it for me. And the other question I had for you was, what do you do on a Saturday night? I used to be like, go to party every weekend, and if there's a date available, if I've been asked on a date night, but I'm not ready for dating. I actually did go on a date a couple of weeks ago, and well, I'm still single. It was a nice man, but I don't know, my heart just wasn't in it. And I've been invited out on a few dates, one or two, and I'm just like, I just think I'm not ready yet. I still need to enjoy the bitterness that I have. I'm kind of like a bit bitter and upset, but I know that it's not going to stay with me, it's just process. I will move through it. So I'm just going to you know, have my feelings, because I deserve them, just like you do. Anyway, I'm going to meet a friend for a catch up and we'll talk some more. Flowers in the rain. Bloody rain again in London. It's not cold though, it's quite humid. See, it's true, isn't it? I am not the tardy friend. I'm always here on time, in a timely manner, prepped and ready to go. Hope it's sunny tomorrow. I filmed the Buddha. We're in Thai Square.
Hi everybody, we're about to have a lovely succulent meal. I haven't decided yet, but I'm sure it's something lovely, tasty.
I love it when I point my camera at my friends. They start getting really chatty.
I've seen on the menu, I've seen a lovely, my favourite is masala curry. For all you guys that do eat meat, it's got a sweet taste, and it's served with potatoes and other lovely delicacies.
I have to see what I'm going to have.
Delectable. And I have a lovely masala curry, which is filled with coconut and carrots. In Thailand they use peanuts. I'm glad they don't use peanuts here because I don't eat peanuts. And there's potatoes, and it is absolutely delicious.
I'm having coconut soup with mushrooms in it. It's a little bit watery, but it does have a nice flavour. And also these deep fried golden corn fritters, which are kind of crunchy and sweet. That's the name of that documentary that I was talking about in yesterday's video, about the water and what it does to our environment, and also the theft of water from this town in America, how all our bottled water gets onto the shelves, and then what happens after all of that. Someone said something really interesting in the comments yesterday about knowing how long the water has been sitting in the bottle. I was like, I never even thought of that. Another reason to emigrate to somewhere where there's fresh spring water. Now, I'm standing here because of the light. It's been raining again in London. It is such a bust when the weather lets us down, because it's really fun. It's a really cool city to be in, and the weather being the way it is, we just get used to it, and it's kind of like a joke. It's an English thing. So it's still a cool city, even when it rains every so often in the middle of summer. And what else? Yes, back again, had lunch. I did a tiny bit of shopping. Do you want to see my notebooks? Paper chase is so my good friend. I bought this one so that the notebook can take the beating and not everyone else in my life. And this one, you'll see this one again, but it will be customised and beautiful. So yeah, just bought those. and I'm gonna chill out for Saturday night. Well, edit this, maybe watch a movie on Netflix, or probably just sleep actually. But I wanted to answer one of your questions. KVals04, thank you for your question. When last were you in Guyana? GT Massive? I should do it in a Guyanese accent. When last you were in Guyana? GT Massive represent. Would you like to return for good? I would go off grid. I never thought of going off grid in Guyana, but there's so much space out there. It's a really good option, and economically it would be really good as well, and there's lots of work that needs doing out there in terms of infrastructure. That's a really fine idea that you've given me, thank you. We should join forces. Have I been back? Yes, I went back in 2009. I took my son, he was 12, and we travelled out there and met family that I'd heard being spoken about by my mother and my father, and we finally got to meet them. We spent 3 weeks. What stayed with me about Guyana, the people, it's a beautiful place. The people are really down to earth and kind of a little bit eccentric and funny. I love Guyanese people. Brash, but in an understated sort of way, and quite proud as well. It's the kind of place where you see the women and they've got the powder hair to keep them cool, and the umbrella, because the sun's so hot, the umbrella shielding them from the sun, and it's like completely perfect. Because I remember my umbrella getting broken and thinking, well, I can't use that. Like in the UK, you know, the spokes of the umbrella be sticking out all over the place and no one cares. Not in Guyana. It was just really, really hot, and me and the mosquitoes did not get on at all. Worst mosquitoes are in Guyana. As soon as we got there, family came, just like, because they're kind of curious. They're like, oh, somebody come from England, and you know, they want to know who it is and talk to you and find out about it, find out about you. It was a bit of a life journey because, you know, I'd never been back before, and you know, my parents spoke about this country that they're from, and I originate from there. So I wanted to see my homeland. What else? Oh, it is a beautiful country. We took a Cessna plane from Ogle Airport and we went to the Kaicho Falls, and it's one of the most beautiful places I've ever seen in my life. Literally walking through untouched rainforests and, you know, seeing all this wildlife, frogs and birds and parrots and otters in the water, in the river. It was amazing. Oh no, the river was another day trip that we did. That was on the Kumani River. I think it was the Kumani River. We went to the indigenous village, the Amerindian village. But the Kaicho Falls, I'll put some photos in, were just majestic, extraordinary. You see rainbows, so green and so lush, and we trekked to the top. I say trekked, but it was, you know, it was very much a stroll. It wasn't arduous or anything. I mean, I had a handbag and my Ray-Bans on in the Guyanese rainforest, and went to the top, and I remember putting my feet in the water. It was kind of tea-coloured because of all the foliage. It just felt so healing. I don't know when I'm going to go back again, but thinking about going off grid gives me a reason to go back and a reason to kind of explore it. So yeah, I hope that answers your question. Thank you very much. I'm going to end this video here and say thank you for watching. Please give it a thumbs up and share. Subscribe if you're new here, and welcome to the family, and I'll see you next time. Don't forget to keep reaching for those good feeling thoughts.